Was last year, I think that these two teams can be this year as well.
Start of the game, there's going to be a lot to talk about because there's so many differences.
Really see here at all.
Adapting, looking into the jungle, but mainly being pressured out by Neilmar and Belair early on. Zeros and Deathwalker already over here, but the level 1 start is underway and Adapting. Forced under the tier 1 heavy poke, but now they've overextended.
Deathwalker's here. Belair's in some trouble, but a good horrific not going to be good enough. The stun from Deathwalker's excellent, but that horrific actually does make a huge difference.
Oh, Adapting with the blink though, going in for the kill, but can't find it. Jingu bang, Adapting jumps, leaps, and gets first blood of Season 6.
Deathwalker's rotation in clutch to make sure that that 2v2 doesn't go the way of SK, because Bakasura Morgan isn't a great 2v2, but when you add in Terra into the equation, it actually goes very easily over to the Knights.
Neilmar still on this right-hand side, proxying between tier 1 and tier 2, trying to wrap around behind Adapting. May find the route, but the leap is good to get him away. Neilmar pressuring some more with Paul in support, but now a collapse from the Knights.
Neil throws his life away. This is something that I could see happening. Oh, Sam actually blinks in. He's at this red buff. Emilzy is here now. What is going on? They just all the way, holding W, run to the opposite. Really need a whole lot of help. Neil is there to CC bot the enemy team, and as long as he can do that, he'll be okay.
Zapman promised a solo of Vote, and already he's got a nice little trade going here, trying to block him off from getting to the minion wave. Vote is losing experience here, and will commit onto Zapman, who knocks himself up and dashes away. But the damage was done. End of the day, though, it won't be too doom and gloom. Nobody else is over here, and Vote will be able to recall. Sorry, Zapman will be able to recall.
Neil on the right side. There's Terra's Blessing used by Deathwalker. He's very low on mana, but Emilzy's transformation's enough to send SK running.
Looking for Neilmar at the moment. It's Deathwalker in the back, pretty low, only half health, as now Belair commits for a second. But to the back line goes Adapting with a blink, and it's Neilmar under pressure. Nice horrific and stun, but round the corner comes Zeros looking for the pickup kill, and will find it.
Sam's still on blue right now, and now that's left Belair dead to rights. Good and up down there from Zeros after the transformation. Zeros notches himself a double.
And now Sam's still on the run. No Cloud available to get away from this. Trying to do his best to buy as much time on the rotation. Paul is on his way, but no ultimate available. And not going to be in range to support.
Just a little bit too close there for Zeros. Just ends up missing that stun, but that aggressiveness. This could be Zap's opportunity, by the way, but Vote clears the wave. Shout out to the recent Hachiman buffs, getting him to clear that wave a little bit earlier.
After the fact. One thing to mention, though, if you've not been keeping up with the SPL changes this year, best of 5s every single set, so we've got up to 5 games in just this one alone.
Paul getting dove by Zeros. Quick overhead kick gets it done, and the body blocks onto Neilmar as well. The Knights looking great so far, delivering as promised through the first 9 minutes.
And at the same time, though, SK will get their blue buff on the right-hand side, and Belair will escape the danger. You can only really invest in one protection or another at the start of the game, with Sovereignty or Heart Ward or one of the Garbs. Left-hand side, though, Vote under pressure, dashes away, beads, and ult traded out so far. That was a good set of fists from the man Sam for Soccer, and the airstrike was there, but no casualties this time, as still Vote survives. The rotation has made its way over.
Zap is in a lot of trouble here. He still has Aegis. Zeros has a transformation. He'll use Sam for Soccer and try and chase down Zap. Good Aegis, but Adapting's here to clean it up.
Cost him a lot of ults, but Adapting will jump away from Paul in time. However, Paul does take down Zeros on this, and Emilzy's still under pressure, but they've not got the damage and control to keep him pinned. Belair was on the rotation too, but he's not going to be in the battle. Instead, he's going to try and stop Adapting doing the blue. That's not going to be the case.
No, Adapting's going to get that one pretty easily, but the Gold Fury is the right call here. That's exactly where SK is going. They don't have Paul's ult to confirm. They don't have to worry about Bakasura ult either.
Emilzy will be the only one to come in first of all. Adapting on the way, but so is Deathwalker. Late to the fray, but Neilmar's low. The walls come down, but it's not going to be enough to secure the Gold Fury. They will, however, get the kill onto Neilmar.
That's in the world. It's not the massive lead you would get from the fire minions or anything like that, but it's still worth doing.
Belair under a bit of pressure here, but the MCLA comes in handy a little bit to slow down some of Deathwalker's aggression. Sam for Soccer wraps around the back to slow him down, and Deathwalker is surrounded. Adapting, forced to use the Regurgitate to try and help out his solo laner, but it's too little too late. He's already fallen down, and with rotations coming in from the mid laners too, everybody...
If you just want a team fight, then Oni Fury does a really good job of keeping the enemy team kind of busy, but Primal's really good too.
Belair knocked to half health early on. That was pretty impactful. He needed a quick trip back to base. Has teleport available though, if he needs to get back to the primal, which is already being pulled here. Zapman on it, knocking up Vogue, trying to slow them down. Reinforcements from both squads on the way.
Sam was all the way in solo lane. Blair has teleported back in, but Neil's gonna blink in right away. Finds Deathwalker and Vogue, but look at Paul.
He's in so much pressure. Beads and Aegis already down. Aegis using response to get him down, and Paul is already taken out. Neilmar, meanwhile, did a good job of keeping the Knights busy. Not good enough, however, as two members of SK are already dead.
Oh, that's a huge ult though from Sam. He goes right into the thick of Pittsburgh Knights. But there's not enough follow-up there because Paul's already dead.
Not got the damage, and Belair has to fall back too. Still has the monkey on the cloud available for himself as Zapman trying to slowly whittle them down, but the Primal Fury is getting low.
Blair is gonna make them delay with that Somersault Cloud. You can't really peel away the damage from Somersault Cloud, so that does make Pittsburgh Knights reset. Zap still has that persistent gust. Gold Fury gets very, very low, but so are the Pittsburgh Knights.
And now onto the fight we go as Adapting goes to the backline looking for the extra Butcher Blaze. The wall will block off Belair, but no one was following up. Vogue got knocked up by the Jing Wei and had to Aegis. Good timing there, but still, members of Pittsburgh Knights are available and alive. Zero's still hunting down Zap, but just couldn't find him.
Man, that was so close. And Zap does a great job of keeping that fight alive for SK, because when Paul gets insta-killed in that fight, it's all on Zapman now to deal all the damage, basically. But with Sam there and his insane Mystic Rush that hit 4 people, I'm pretty sure, and how well Zap played it, it was really impressive. And now he's looking for Zeros.
But Zeros was trying to bait for Vogue coming in, but Vogue's just so long. The Zapman will solo Zero's going to say boat at first, but it was Zeros that he manages to pick up, and now he'll get a tier 1 tower too. Hey, this is Zap of old, isn't it?
This is
impressive
from Zapman, and he still wants a little bit more. Vote has no relic. Zap's going to go for it.
For 2? Can he find it? He will! No, for the 3rd as well! He'll jump over the wall with the airstrike, Adapting able to give chase. The rest of his team are on the Fire Giant.
That's incredible. Now, Zap's probably going to fall on the left-hand side because Adapting still has the ultimate, but Paul's still here on Fire Giant, gonna try and secure it for SK.
Still Fire Giant leash still going on, getting low, below 10% now. Vulcan up will secure it for the boys in blue or pink, depends which way you're looking at it.
Unbelievable. Sam for Soccer gets Deathwalker at the same time. That is Zapman. It's the Zap show, baby. You've been watching the streams, but this is where he gets his real money go.
Soccer, a bit of time on the tier 2 tower on the right-hand side. Not enough to get it yet, but it's allowing some extra pressure once more. Mid lane, though, keep an eye on that Zero's rotation.
Here he comes. He's going to be looking for Zapman. The walls nearly locked him in, but not quite there. Great blink in, though, from Adapting right as Belair hits the ground.
And there's nothing that Belair could do. And Millsy was about to hit an Earthshaker, but instead he'll transform to save his bacon. Right-hand side, tier 2 tower will fall down, though, as SK make a rotation there. Focus still on Zapman, who once again escapes the danger zone. And a small win in a 1-for-0 exchange, where SK lose a member of the team, but they get a tier 2.
But look at this. Only Adapting is starting to back. Neil's job is just to keep them here as much as they can and let Sam try and get this Phoenix alongside Paul on the right-hand side, but they should have it here.
Yeah, they should get a Phoenix already. 25.5 minutes in the game. Pittsburgh Knights, though, trying to go for a tier 2, and Zapman doing his best to slow them down with the support of Neil. Still 20 seconds on Belair spawning. Paul is up and on his way back, and now Sam for Soccer is 2. Tier 1 and tier 2 for a Phoenix? I'm okay with that. Not just going to be the standard best of 3 meta you'll see of meta picks. There's going to be changes throughout the set of who gets banned, what gets through. At the moment, Millsy and Deathwalker trying to get through the front line of SK, and they've got no chance to do it. Paul's Meatball serving up a delight for dinner.
Man, Deathwalker just gets eviscerated there, and it's the CC chain, and it seems like Deathwalker's been a real focus for SK in this game. He's very, very low on the player damage charts. In fact, he has less damage than a Millsy when he's already built the soul.
Zero's coming in, looking for a target. It will be Zapman who gets stood in place and straight after a Millsy on him too. Aegis and beats down from Zap as he leaps away. Zero's giving chase with the walls from Terror, but the juke from Zap is too good. On the back of that, Neilmar was peeling, he'll fall to Vote. Mid lane, there's an action going on between the junglers.
Sam gonna up down right on top of Adapting, but Adapting's prepared to chase back up. Zeros does clean up Zapman, who started lazy backing, I believe, right under there, and now it's Pittsburgh Knights with the big power play. If I'm gonna die anyways, I may as well just try and kill them first.
Neilmar still going in, Vulcan up very early. I think they were looking for potentially Zeros or Deathwalker. There's the Ankh popped as well, and Deathwalker will explode. Nice pick from SK.
Millsy was in base, and great identification by SK. That was the window of opportunity, but are they even going to go for Fire Giant? Teams are so intimidated by this enhanced Fire Giant. It takes so long to get through that even in a 4v5, they're not doing it.
Blink from Neomar, but Millsy gives him the swift hammer. Sam round the back, blinks on Vote. Vote dashes away. Forced to Aegis, and there's Zero's looking for Paul. Gets the beads out of Paul. And bursted himself. Knocked up in the air, and Zero's is dead. Zapman credited, but chomp and stomp. And Actin's here. Double kill. Looking for 3. Can't find it. Tell a lie. Can he get the penta?
He's got a chance here. Paul and Zapman so low.
One.
Blink's coming up. Quadra kill for Adapting. Could start off the season right with the penta.
And he's looking for it to elite the minion, but I don't think he saw him in time. There's the availability. That would have been too much. I don't think I could have handled game 1 going that way.
How are they going to do us like that, man? That's messed up.
Funny enough, Ryan, I mentioned about the tier 2 falling in mid lane on the Phoenix. Because they did that, they've got this window to potentially end.
I think they can. 28 seconds on Sam is the closest member that's going to come up for SK. The question is, who can tank? Can Emilzy really tank the Titan for long enough?
Yeah, baby. He's a Fafnir. All they're going to do is juggle the aggro, and they will take game 1 in this very first best of 5 of Season 6. Good job, boys. It wasn't easy, but this is what we've got to look forward to.
Impressive by the Pittsburgh Knights to come back and win that game. And it's really Adapting on the